Hey, what's up everyone? Back with another review here. This is obviously not going to be about basketball shoes, but kind of like compression gear, this ankle sleeve here. This is the Zamst FA-1, which I happened to find kind of by accident when I was just browsing for some stuff to, meet like a minimum shipping requirement on the website. So I added these to the cart, and then when I got them and I tried them on and wore them, I really liked them, and I enjoy wearing this product to play basketball. So I wanted to do a review for those people who are looking for this product specifically and want some information, as well as those of you who have no idea something like this, even exists. So hopefully this will help to give some information and answer some of those questions. Zamst is well known for, well, at least from me, Steph Curry wears the ankle braces that Zamst makes. So that's kind of how I knew them through basketball. But they make a lot of other products for, joints and knees and ankles and things like that, compression wraps and knee braces and ankle sleeves and all this kind of stuff. So their website has a lot of good information there. I believe Von Miller is the Super Bowl MVP. I believe he's another athlete that endorses Zamst stuff. So you can check out their website to see other athletes and their endorsers. And then the way that they label and name their products is also a little confusing. They just use like letters and numbers. So this is the FA-1, and depending on like the area that it's targeting and the level of support and protection it provides, they will use a different letter or a numbering system. So it can be really confusing, but Zamst, their website does a pretty good job of kind of differentiating between those items and explaining the differences. So what I want to do is just break down the actual product. Here's what it looks like, the actual ankle sleeve. And then we'll look at the packaging, go over some of the descriptions on there, and then how to put this thing on, how to wear it, and then kind of compare it to like a traditional ankle brace and maybe the Adidas Speed Wrap, just so you guys have an idea of how it works. So we'll go ahead and start with the actual product itself. It is a compression sleeve for your ankle. It's not a traditional ankle brace, okay? So all it really is supposed to do is just provide a little bit of extra compression and support for your ankle area. Your heel would be right around here, and then your toes and forefoot would be through there. So that's kind of how it works, just providing compression and support for your ankle area. But again, not on the same level of, say, like a traditional ankle brace, which we'll look at in a second here. So looking at that packaging, for some reason, I always feel like high level, like high quality compression and gear like this, the packaging is like really sturdy for some reason. I don't know what it is, but that's just been my experience. Other companies as well. So this particular box is like really sturdy. I think it's kind of overkill, but I'm sure some people out there would appreciate that. So this is what it looks like. So, and you can see the that's what the size medium, and they have the designation up there. And then on the back we have a bunch of information like the tech terms that they use, and then they have like a chart. Again, this is like kind of confusing, but they have the different products depending on the type, like how extreme the injury is, and then what area it's targeting, and so forth. So they also have the size chart in the back, which you can also find on their website. So I got a medium. I'm between an 8 and a 10.5, so I got a medium, and it fits perfectly fine. So in terms of the tech, like I don't really pay too much attention to that, just because I think it's more important that it actually works. So obviously a lot of companies need to advertise their product, they need to do marketing and generate interest. So they use like these really fancy terms and explanations, like, there's obviously like fly knit and prime knit and unlock zoom and all these like really fancy sounding terms. But to me, the more important question is, does it actually work? How does it feel? And that's going to be, more important than just these fancy terms and explanations. So, but in any case, the FA-1, in my experience, is really effective. So, and I enjoy it. But these are the terms that they use: flyweight tech, grip tech, heel lock tech, and iFit, which is just their way of describing some of the things, like making sure it doesn't slip and making sure it's lightweight and breathable, and so on and so on. So again, I don't put too much weight into the terms, but I know some people out there do. As long as it's effective, that's all that matters to me. So that's kind of the box that it comes in. Really, I guess it would help to protect the item during shipping. Maybe that's one of the reasons. It's really sturdy though. And then inside the box you get a a card to register it and possibly win like a free gift. I should probably check that out. That might be cool. And then you have the instruction guide on how to put it on, which I won't go into detail on that. I'll just show you with the actual sleeve. And then care instructions for how to wash it and how to apply it and all that stuff. So in terms of washing, I would just, that's what the directions say, is to don't machine wash or machine dry. I just hand wash it with some mild detergent and then hang dry it, and it's been fine for me. So that's what the packaging looks like. Let's look at the actual sleeve. So it has two layers, an outside layer and an inside layer. It's not anatomical, meaning this one sleeve, they only make one sleeve in different sizes, and you can wear it on both your right foot and your left foot. So it's not like specific to one foot, it works on both. So you have the outside and the inside. Let's pretend, well, it's a little bit confusing, but okay. So again, the heel would be here and the toes would be here. There's a Velcro tab. That's what's going to close the outside layer. And then once you open that, you have the inside layer. So I remember when I put this on at the gym, my gym buddy was like, man, what is it? I've never seen anything like that before. And I felt the same way when I first got the product. I was like, I've never seen, it was kind of a little confusing. And I was like, what's going on here? A lot of stuff going on. So anyway, the outside layer, again, there's that simple Velcro tab, and it can attach to pretty much anywhere on this side, all this material here. Oh, let's go over the materials actually before I forget, because I cut the tag off. This is one that I've been wearing. This is a new one. So I thought this was kind of funny too. It says the brand from Japan, and then right underneath that it says made in Vietnam. For some reason, I think that's just kind of funny. But yeah, it says nylon, polyester, and polyurethane. Those are the primary materials. So looking at this, again, that outside layer, you just pull this Velcro tab off, and then you have your inside layer. So it kind of works in opposite. The outside layer closes in the rear, and then the inside layer, which looks like this, closes in the front on this side. So I'm going to turn it. And here's the Velcro tab on the front. And that's kind of how it works. So now, once you have both layers open, you're ready to insert your foot. And your toes would be going this way, right? So once your toes are through here and your heel is locked in back here, that's when you're going to close the inside layer. And what I like to do is grab both tabs and pull them in opposite directions. So pull this one this way and pull the Velcro part in the opposite direction. And it's going to attach pretty much somewhere along here. But it could attach anywhere here. And the inside layer doesn't exactly line up with your ankle bone like perfectly, but it feels pretty good. I think it's in the right place for me personally. So again, insert the foot, and then I would pull this tab in the opposite direction, and then secure the Velcro somewhere along that strap right there. And once you're happy with that, you can tighten this a pretty good amount. So once you're happy with that, then you're gonna close up the outside layer. So assuming that you're good with that and your toes and heel are locked into place, then you're gonna lock up the outside layer and do the same thing where I just grab one tab and I pull it in the opposite direction of the Velcro tab, and then again just seal that thing until I'm pretty happy with the overall tightness. So it is pretty when you first put it on, it's a little confusing, but after you do it once or twice, it's no problem, and now it just comes like really easily. So that's pretty much how to put it on, and that kind of covers how to wear this thing. So I'd like to compare it to a traditional ankle brace as well as the Adidas Speed Wrap, and then just discuss like some of the similarities and differences. Looking at a traditional ankle brace like this one, this is just a McDavid one. McDavid does like different levels. I think there are a lot of benefits, but also a couple of drawbacks. Obviously, if you are recovering from an injury, I would go with something like this. If you still want to play and be active and do stuff, I would wear something like this. These are much more sturdy and restrictive. I'm not trying to like give anybody advice or like be a doctor or anything, but these are much more restrictive. And this is the only thing I've worn where I felt like it actually did something to prevent an injury from happening, meaning I felt like my ankle was about to roll and I landed on somebody's foot and this stopped it from happening. That's the only thing I've ever worn, as opposed to like wearing nothing or just wearing a mid or a high top or a low. When I landed on somebody's foot, it just rolled. There's nothing that's going to prevent that, whether it's a low top or a high top or a mid, and it doesn't depend on the brand, right? None of that matters. But this is the only thing I've worn where I felt like it started to roll and it stopped it from happening. And again, they're very restrictive, and that would be the downside. The drawback is these things are very bulky, kind of heavy. They restrict your movement a lot, so it doesn't work with every shoe. And then you might it might take some of your focus away from the game because you're focusing on how this thing feels, you know, wrapped around your ankle. So pros and cons to something like this. So this is different in the sense that it's much less restrictive, but I wouldn't recommend this for somebody who's recovering from injuries or has like weak ankles or, you know, prone to injury or something like that. This is more for people whose ankles are relatively okay, like they haven't been injured too much, and you just want a little extra support or compression in that area, which I do. It's also form-fitting. It's very thin, so it's kind of like wearing an extra sock, which is really, really nice. Okay, so this works with all shoes. I've worn them with worn this thing with lows, mids, and from every different brand, and it's just no issue whatsoever. Because again, it's just kind of like wearing an extra sock. So very form-fitting, very flexible, but again, not going to provide a lot of support like a traditional ankle brace. It's very, very different from that. So this does what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to provide some compression and support, and that's exactly what it does. So I really, really enjoy that product for that reason. So looking at something like the Adidas Speed Wrap, which is another very popular product, I don't personally like this one just because it didn't fit well with my foot. I had a lot of discomfort in the arch of my foot, and there was a little nerve pinching going on there. But the Speed Wrap is kind of like a compromise, and only the one side is rigid here, the distal side, and then the medial side on the inside of your foot is just like really, really flexible. So, but this is a very popular product that I see a lot of people wearing. So this might be worth something. Might be worth checking out as well for those of you guys out there. So, all right. Another thing is there is going to be slight stretching with the product, and just to show you guys what I mean, like you can see this one in front is the one that I've been wearing, and then the one behind is like brand new, so you can see that there is some stretching there. That's when it's going to happen. But this does a really good job still of providing like a lot of compression and support that I like. So we covered everything, and again, washing and carrying, just hand wash this thing in like warm water maybe with some mild soap or detergent, and then just hang dry. Be completely fine. I hope that helped you guys. If that, you guys had any questions or whatever, comments, feedback, again, please leave them below in the comment section, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you guys very much for watching, and if anybody from Zamst was watching and wants to send me some free product, I would be really, really stoked about that, but I'm not doing it for that reason. It's something that I actually enjoy. Oh, retail price. These are about $20 to $25, $30 online, various websites like eBay and Amazon. So, pretty affordable, and you can find good deals on them out there. Okay, yeah, any questions, comments, suggestions, feedback would be appreciated. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.